Hello and welcome to Trivia King. Today we shall be looking at why is blood red instead of green? Imagine this. You're walking down the street and suddenly you cut your finger. A drop of blood appears. It's bright red. But have you ever stopped and wondered why? Why is blood red instead of green? Or blue? Or purple? After all, nature is filled with colors. Plants are green. The sky appears blue. Some animals have bright yellow, orange, and even pink colors. So why did humans end up with red blood? The answer takes us on an incredible journey through chemistry, evolution, and the history of life itself. And what you'll discover may completely change the way you look at your own body. Let's begin. Every second of every day, your blood is traveling through an enormous network of blood vessels inside your body. If all your blood vessels were stretched out end to end, they would extend for tens of thousands of kilometers. Your blood has one critical mission: to deliver oxygen. Every cell in your body needs oxygen to survive. Without it, your cells begin to die within minutes. But oxygen can't simply float around freely and reach every part of the body by itself. It needs a transportation system. That's where blood comes in. Inside your blood are tiny cells called red blood cells. Millions of them flow through your veins and arteries every second. But here's the interesting part. Red blood cells are not actually red by themselves. What makes them red is a special protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin acts like a microscopic delivery truck. Its job is to pick up oxygen from your lungs and transport it throughout your body. And hidden at the center of every hemoglobin molecule is a metal: iron. Yes, the same metal used to make buildings, bridges, and cars. Tiny atoms of iron are responsible for the color of your blood. When oxygen binds to the iron in hemoglobin, it creates a bright red color. This chemical reaction is what gives oxygen-rich blood its distinctive appearance. Without iron, your blood would not be red. But that leads to an even bigger question. Why iron? Why didn't evolution choose another metal? To answer that, we have to travel back billions of years. Long before humans existed. Long before dinosaurs. Long before even the first animals appeared. Early Earth was a very different place. The atmosphere contained almost no oxygen. The oceans were rich in dissolved iron. As primitive life evolved, it needed efficient ways to use oxygen once oxygen-producing organisms began filling the atmosphere. Iron turned out to be perfect. It was abundant. It could easily bind to oxygen. And it could release oxygen when needed. In other words, iron became the ideal biological tool for transporting oxygen. Over millions of years, organisms that used iron-based oxygen transport systems gained a huge survival advantage. Eventually, this system became widespread across countless species. And that's why your blood is red today. But here's where things get even stranger. Not all creatures have red blood. Some animals actually have blue blood. No, not royal families. Real animals. Creatures like horseshoe crabs and some species of octopus have blue blood. Instead of using iron, they use a different metal: copper. Their oxygen-carrying molecule is called hemocyanin. When copper binds with oxygen, it turns blue. That's why their blood appears blue. Imagine if humans had evolved using copper instead of iron. A small cut would reveal blue blood instead of red. Movies, artwork, and even human culture would look completely different. But nature doesn't stop there. Some marine worms have green blood. Others have violet blood. Scientists have even discovered animals with unusual oxygen transport systems that produce colors most people would never expect. This reveals something fascinating. Blood isn't naturally supposed to be red. It's red because evolution selected a particular chemical solution for oxygen transport. Change the chemistry, and you change the color. Now let's address one of the biggest myths in science. Many people believe blood inside your veins is blue. After all, veins often look blue beneath the skin. But this isn't true. Human blood is always red. Always. The difference is simply the shade. Oxygen-rich blood is bright red. Oxygen-poor blood is darker red, sometimes appearing almost maroon. Your veins look blue because of the way light interacts with your skin and tissues. It's an optical illusion. If you could see the blood directly, it would still be red. Another interesting fact is that blood color can actually reveal information about health. Doctors often examine blood color during medical procedures because changes in color can indicate changes in oxygen levels. A brighter red generally means more oxygen. A darker red often means less oxygen. Your blood is constantly changing shades as it travels through your body. Think about that. Right now, trillions of chemical reactions are taking place inside you. Tiny iron atoms are grabbing oxygen molecules, releasing them, and repeating the process over and over again. Every heartbeat sends this remarkable liquid racing through your body. And all of it depends on a chemical system that evolved over billions of years. What's even more amazing is that the iron in your blood was forged in ancient stars. Scientists know that heavy elements like iron are created inside stars and spread throughout space when those stars explode. In a very real sense, the iron flowing through your veins once existed inside a star that died long before Earth was formed. The next time you see a drop of blood, remember what you're looking at. You're seeing a liquid shaped by billions of years of evolution, a substance powered by iron, a metal born in exploding stars, a color chosen not by chance, but by chemistry. So why is blood red instead of green? Because life on Earth evolved around iron. Iron binds oxygen efficiently, and when oxygen meets iron inside hemoglobin, it creates the red color that has become one of the most recognizable signs of life itself. The answer may seem simple, but hidden inside that single drop of red blood is the story of stars, evolution, chemistry, and the entire history of life on Earth. And that's what makes it truly extraordinary. If you enjoyed this mystery of science, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments.